Manchester United fans, stop scrolling. Lucy Noella here. Big news just dropped at Old Trafford today. Before we get into it, make sure you like this video and subscribe so you never miss any United updates. Sometimes in football, the biggest decisions look easy on the surface. One club offers instant success, trophies, and a winning machine. The other offers uncertainty, rebuilding, and patience. When a player stands at that crossroads, the choice can feel obvious, but football has a way of reminding players that the obvious choice is not always the right one. Antoine Semenyo now finds himself in exactly that position. The Bournemouth forward, at 25 years old, is approaching the most important decision of his career. Manchester City are circling. Manchester United have also been watching closely. From the outside, many fans would say there is no debate at all. Why choose a rebuilding Manchester United over a Manchester City side that dominates English football, wins trophies every season, and plays under one of the greatest managers of all time? On paper, choosing City makes perfect sense. City compete for the Premier League every year. They challenge for the Champions League. Their squad is packed with world-class players. Their football is admired across the world. A move there could mean medals, celebrations, and the chance to be part of history. Meanwhile, Manchester United are still finding their feet. They are rebuilding, reshaping their squad, and accepting that setbacks are part of the process. For a player in his mid-20s, time feels precious. 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, they all matter. And this season alone, Semenyo could realistically end up lifting the Premier League trophy if he chooses the blue side of Manchester. That alone could outweigh any long-term project United might offer. But football decisions are not just about the next 6 months. They are about years. They are about development, trust, opportunity, and something far more dangerous than losing matches, being forgotten. And this is where the story becomes more interesting. Because Antoine Semenyo already knows this lesson. He has seen it happen before, right in front of his eyes. Long before he became a Premier League attacker, Semenyo faced Kalvin Phillips during their championship days. Phillips was the heartbeat of Marcelo Bielsa's Leeds United. He was England's midfield future. Strong, intelligent, disciplined, and trusted. At that time, many believed Phillips was destined to become one of the best midfielders in the country. When Phillips moved to Manchester City, it felt like a reward, a step up, a dream move. Pep Guardiola wanted him. The champions wanted him. The best team in England had chosen him. But football does not stop just because you arrive at a big club. At Manchester City, competition is ruthless. Pep Guardiola does not wait. If he likes you, you play. If he does not, you disappear. City can afford to discard players quickly because they can always buy another one. Kalvin Phillips became one of those casualties. Despite his quality, despite his reputation, he struggled to find trust, rhythm, and minutes. Injuries played a role, but so did the reality of Guardiola's system. Phillips went from England's midfield general to a player fighting for relevance. Eventually, he had to leave on loan just to rediscover his love for football. Antoine Semenyo watched all of this closely. In fact, he spoke about it himself. When he reflected on facing Phillips, Semenyo admitted how difficult that battle was. He respected Phillips's ability and impact. But then he said something that now feels incredibly important. He said that Phillips was a good player, but going to a team full of superstars made things unfortunate for him. That one word, unfortunate, says everything. Semenyo understood, even back then, that talent alone is not enough at a super club. You need timing, you need trust, you need a manager who believes in you, and you need space to grow. Now he is standing on the same path. Yes, he may win trophies at City. Yes, he may train with the best players in the world, but what happens if he is not first choice? What happens if a new signing arrives? What happens if Pep Guardiola decides his style does not quite fit? Because here is another uncomfortable truth. Guardiola's future at City is not guaranteed beyond this season. If he leaves, a new manager arrives with new ideas, new favorites, and new priorities. Suddenly, everything changes. Players who felt secure are no longer untouchable. Those on the edge can be pushed out quickly. Manchester City is a brilliant place to succeed, but it can also be a brutal place to stall. We have seen it before. Jack Grealish arrived as one of the most expensive players in English history. He struggled, adapted, worked, and still found himself needing a loan move to Everton to rediscover his joy for football. If that can happen to Grealish, it can happen to anyone. Manchester United, on the other hand, are building something different under Ineos. They are ruthless too, but in another way. They want players who are fully committed. Players who see Old Trafford not as a stepping stone, but as a destination. We have already seen this approach. United moved on quickly from Liam Delap when commitment was not clear. They did the same with Victor Gyökeres. Instead, they focused on players whose hearts were set on wearing the shirt. That is how they landed Benjamin Sesko, a boyhood fan who brings effort, hunger, and belief every time he steps onto the pitch. If Semenyo chooses City, United will not beg. They will move on. That is the new reality. And from Semenyo's point of view, the decision is far more complex than fans think. At United, he would likely be trusted. He would be part of the rebuild. He would be allowed to make mistakes, grow, and become central to the project. At City, he would need to prove himself instantly, every single training session, against the very best. Backing yourself is admirable. Believing you can make it at City deserves respect. If Semenyo truly believes he can break through, then credit to him. But football history is full of players who made the logical choice and paid the price later. Players who chased medals and lost momentum. Players who chose safety and ended up invisible. Antoine Semenyo already understands this risk. He said it himself when he spoke about Kalvin Phillips. Now, he may be about to live that lesson firsthand. This decision will not define just one season. It will define the next 5 years of his career. And sometimes, the bravest choice is not joining the strongest team, but choosing the place where you are truly needed. Thanks for watching. Now I want to hear from you. What's your reaction to this United news? Drop a comment, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't miss the next update.